Hey, thank you so much for checking out today's Student Spotlight. And today's is special because it's not just a student spotlight, but it's actually a senior spotlight. Jaelle is one of our seniors who's graduating this year, and I can't wait for you to hear the conversation that me and her got to have about her as a person, about her faith journey, and what Refuge has meant to her. So go ahead and check out this video.
All right. Well, welcome, Jaelle. So glad you could join us today.
Thank you.
While we start, I'm going to ask you 4 icebreaker questions. Rapid fire. Don't think about them. Just right off the top of your head. You have to give us your answer. Just the first one that comes to your mind. All right. First question is this: favorite candy?
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat. Favorite movie?
I can't even think of a movie title. Puss in Boots is the first movie title that came to mind.
Your favorite song right now?
Dream a Little Dream of Me.
And the most important question: dog or cat?
Cats.
Ooh, cats. Do you have a cat?
I have 2 cats.
Are they indoor or outdoor cats?
They're indoor cats because they don't have any claws and they would die.
Ooh, they would get killed by a real cat, bobcat or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, thank you for joining us, Refuge students. If you don't know, this is Jaelle. She is a senior in Refuge. How long have you been in Refuge now, Jaelle? Like 2 years?
No, like 1.
Year and a half?
I started coming in like February of last year.
Okay, so a little over a year now. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm just going to ask you just a few questions, and me and Jaelle really are just going to have a conversation, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. Hopefully you get to know a little bit about Jaelle. She's not just a student, but she's a senior this year, so we're going to kind of highlight some of our, not only students, but some of our seniors. So, Jaelle, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What school did you go to? And being a senior, what are your plans for next year?
Okay, well, I'm from Battle Creek. I've been here, unfortunately, for 17 of my entire years of my life. I used to go. I don't want to live here anymore.
What, you don't like waking up and smelling Cocoa Krispies?
I don't ever smell that, for one thing. And also, I don't like Michigan. Anyway, I went to Lakeview this year. I was also dual enrolled at KCC, so I'm going to do that for 1 more year this next year. I got into U of M and Western, so I'm going to go to one of those 2 after my year at KCC. I don't know yet.
So you moved from Battle Creek to Kalamazoo.
Well, I want to move like later.
Oh, okay. And so what do you want to go into? Is it still the really big word that I can't even pronounce, or have you?
Aerospace engineering. Yeah.
Yes.
I still want to do
so
that.
You want to be an astronaut?
I do kind of want to try that, yeah. But mostly I want to build the ships that the astronauts go on.
That is crazy. I cannot even fathom building a spaceship. I can't even build a sandbox out of wood, so I couldn't imagine building a spaceship out of. Yeah. So anyway, what are some of your hobbies? What do you enjoy doing? I know you've got a special person in your life. He's pretty cool. I know you'd probably like to hang out with him.
He is pretty cool. I hang out with John all the time. Some of my hobbies, I like drawing and thrifting and hiking. I like a lot of things. I started working out this summer, and now I do that all the time. It's amazing.
Are you super bummed Planet Fitness is closed down right now?
I'm super sad. Yeah, I'm getting like my abs are gone. Well, what little I had is gone, and now I don't have
mine
arm
too.
muscles. I don't think I can do push-ups anymore.
Yeah, my abs are gone as well. I've been really sad about that.
It's depressing.
You're into art. Did you make those signs behind your head?
Oh, no.
Oh.
I don't really have any of my art up right now.
Gotcha. So art runs in the family because both your parents are artists?
They are, yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. Well, I know for me, just knowing you for the last, well, we'll talk about, I've known you longer than you've been in Refuge because there's a couple month hiatus where you went ghost on us, but I know that I've enjoyed being around you. You're a very fun personality. I do see you at the gym doing push-ups, so you're not lying about going to the gym. That wasn't just for the camera. But tell us, so how did you end up at Refuge? How long have you been at Refuge? And then we'll kind of talk a little bit more about that.
Oh, okay. So my my junior year at Lakeview, I started going to Soul Impact that Marcus used to lead at. It was like a Bible study after school at Lakeview. And I also had a bunch of classes with Jackson. And so Marcus was telling me to go to Refuge, and Jackson was telling me to go to Refuge. And I was like, I guess I have to go. And so I tried it. And I think I came, like, on February when you guys had, like, the sex talk or whatever. I can't remember. I think that was, like, my first time there. But anyway, I went, and I was like, I felt weird because I didn't know anybody, right? And so I was like, I don't want to go again. And so I waited for, like, it was at least a month. You say 2 months, which is possible.
Like 2 months.
And then I
12
came back,
weeks.
and I think I missed, like, the week after that, and then I came back again kind of sporadically. And then I started going once I kind of made some friends. And now I love it. I love all you guys.
And then you never missed a week. I mean, literally, you're there every single week.
Yeah, I love it.
I heard there was a rumor that you showed up on the first week we didn't have service. You were just sitting at the doors because you were in denial. I'm just kidding.
Lies.
No, so I remember, I think it's a hilarious story of, you came the first time, I met you, and then I definitely didn't, it wasn't when I saw you back at church. I think I saw you like at a football game or a school event or something. And I said, Jaelle, are you going to ever come back? And you're like, well, I just don't know anybody. And I'm like, well, how do you get to know anybody if you're never around? And you're like,
Wow.
True. And now look at you. You've been here, every single week, like I said, since we've really been, I mean, literally, you don't miss a week. You're planning on going on the missions trip this summer, which hopefully happens. I hope that, do not want that to be canceled, but just amazing. So I know you've played a huge part. I mean, maybe the biggest ministry in all of Refuge is the chalkboard ministry and chalkboard. And you faithfully updated the chalkboard with events. You even, right before this whole quarantine thing happened, you put your birthday on there, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
And you went rebellious and just started using the chalkboard for your own gain.
You did not tell me the dates, so I had to make up some dates, and I thought that one was pretty important. So
that is an important date. When was that? It already happened. Did it already happen?
It has not happened yet. June 1st. I'm hoping we're out of quarantine for my birthday.
What are you gonna do for your birthday? I mean, like just go out in public? Are you just gonna go to a park and slide down a slide?
I'm probably just gonna celebrate by going to a playground. Going to the store.
Playground. Wow. To the gym, maybe celebrate at Planet Fitness. When is June 1st?
I probably will actually. If Planet Fitness opens, I'll be like, yes.
Maybe it'll be Pizza Monday. It'll be packed then.
That'd be dope.
Wait, is your birthday? Is June 1st on a Monday?
I have no idea.
Me either. I don't even know what today is. Is it Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday.
Probably.
I don't know. Okay. Anyway, moving on to the next question. This one's a little deeper than what's your favorite candy? Are you a dog, cat person? What's your hobbies? But in what ways has God showed himself faithful to you, or how has God carried you through a tough season? Obviously right now we're in the midst of a tough season, but how in the past has God showed himself faithful, or how has he carried you through a tough season in the past?
Well, I could tell you a bunch of stuff because I've had a bunch of poopy things happen, and I've also had a lot of really amazing things happen because God is super good. I'll kind of do like a wide-ranging type of thing. So I've kind of I started going to therapy in 7th grade because I was depressed in middle school, and I've been going ever since. I really struggled with that for a long time. I think I was pretty much depressed until like this year. It was better junior year, and but sophomore year was rough, and all the time before that was rough.
Yeah.
One time in 7th grade, God gave me this verse, Psalms 41-3. It talks about how God hears our cries for help. He lifts us out of the slimy mud, out of the watery pit, and places our feet on solid ground and gives us a reason to sing a new song.
Wow.
And I read that verse again recently because God's really healed me. Like, I think starting this summer, he was really starting to work in me. And I am not depressed anymore. I'm a happy person. I mean, sometimes I'm still anxious, but I don't wake up in the morning and immediately want to cry.
Right.
I have a lot of things to be thankful for now. So I read that verse again recently and realized how God had sort of prophesied that over me when I was in 7th grade, because
Yeah.
I feel like he has lifted me out of that slimy pit of depression, put my feet on solid ground in his faith and in knowing who I am as a person and being confident, and I just giving me thankfulness for simple things.
Yeah, I think I just read that verse like literally within the last week, and the thought hit
Really?
me, God can't take you out of the slimy pit unless you're in it, right? Like, unless you go through junk sometimes, like, God can't take you out. And if he doesn't take you out, like, if you're not never in it, he can't take you out. If he doesn't take you out, you can't recount of walking through that season and how the Lord was faithful to you, even going through what is like a bad season.
Yeah.
And I think that's encouraging for some people. Like, right now, for some people, this whole quarantine thing is amazing. Like, they love being locked at home. But there's other people who it's really like, there's families who have lost work. There's people who, can't stand being alone in their house, or there's people maybe even in bad situations. But what we don't see now is God taking us out of the pit in the next season, right? And then the next time. So, man, that's so good. How would you encourage, like, there's younger refuge students, there's even your peers, people in your grade, other seniors watching this. What would you say to encourage them just in this season? Like, what is something maybe that's encouraged you? Obviously that verse, but what else would you tell even to younger refuge students, as they have the journey that you've already walked, still yet ahead of them as far as going through middle school, high school, and all of that stuff?
For the younger refuge students, I'd say, and everybody says this, but be yourself. And it's really kind of hard to do that if you're dealing with anxiety or self-doubt, or even just like not loving yourself. And so I'd say, do your best to be yourself. And if you need help doing that, try out therapy. Like, if you're sad and anxious all the time, go and get some help. Because, like, if you broke your leg, you wouldn't hesitate to go to the hospital to go get it fixed. So if the stress of middle school and of growing up and changing and stuff like that has kind of wrecked your brain and have you thinking bad thoughts, you should go and get some help for that. And pray to God about it, because he will give you joy and peace, and he'll help you he'll help you get through things like that.
That's so good. And if there's a refuge student out there who's saying, I'm struggling to connect at refuge, what would you tell them? Would you just tell them to keep going back? They'll find some of their best friends ever.
Just keep coming, because people at refuge are totally willing to talk to you. Like, we love meeting new people and bringing new people into our groups and stuff. And I haven't really been going there for very long, but I feel like I've been at refuge my whole life, because just keep going and get to know people, because we will bring you in, like, and give you a big old hug and make you part of the family.
And we'll take you to Taco Bell and buy you Taco Bell after service when we can all meet. I can't wait for our first post-quarantine Taco Bell trip.
I have missed that. Definitely go to Taco Bell, you guys. It's great.
Like, if anything else, we will buy you Taco Bell, and it'll change your life. So, well, Jaelle, we so appreciate you. I'm excited. I know you want to get out of Battle Creek. I'm excited you'll be here for another year and be around to help. I'm sure. I think we've talked about that. I hope we get to go to El Salvador, because you're going to be like, I want to do another video and just talk about El Salvador, because that'll change your life. But Jaelle, thank you for being you. Thank you for being transparent and real. And thank you for your testimony of God's goodness in your life and his faithfulness. So, Jaelle, we appreciate you. Do you want to say anything else? I know that was like your send off, but do you want to
God is good.
Drop
all the time.
Boom. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. We look forward to hearing how it's encouraged you, and be sure to stay tuned for the next student spotlight that we have coming your way.